Let's go with Rostomania round. I don't actually know because I've started to lose count. Hello and welcome to episode 17 of the After Action Report. We're closing in on that 20 episode mark. My name is Shani today. As always, I'm bringing you the latest and greatest from COD ZA and everything regarding the competitive Call of Duty scene in South Africa. Let's jump straight into the episode and let's talk about the game. Now, obviously, there was an update that came out this week. It was like 9.8 gigs or whatever the case was, where they have not only brought the spring look and feel to Blackout and added a whole bunch of different things with regards to that, but they have released their limited time game mode. They have also included the hardcore playlist for Blackout. I'm not a fan. It did take me a couple of rounds to get into it, but the new map is absolutely gorgeous. Like, not the new map, but the new look for the map is absolutely stunning. Obviously, we had the standard Blackout map, then we went into like a winter, autumny vibe, and now we've gone into spring, and it looks like the entire map is basically Joburg / Pretoria because of all of the jacarandas. Kind of, not really, but purple trees. But yeah, that is pretty much the game, and let's move on to the scene. Right, so before I get into the Rostomania and everything going on with there and a little bit more of a serious conversation that I want to have with COD ZA, I do want to just mention that the VS Gaming Second Cup is well and truly underway. As always, if you are in COD ZA, please make sure to let me know if you want me to cast your games with more than enough time ahead of the fact, because of course I do need to prep and I do need to do artwork and everything else in between. Metal State is coming to a conclusion. That is of course the grand final and then the spot for 3rd and 4th. We do have the Gamaland, that is the 23rd of March, and coincidentally as well, an ACGL proving why they are absolutely super supportive of the community, in that, remember in the previous episode how I said the Debonair series was announced and it clashed a little bit with the Joburg land? They have been super accommodating and they've actually moved their start date of the Debonair series to the Sunday, the 24th, allowing more players to participate in the LAN on the Saturday. So kudos to ACGL, really good way and a really good example on how any scene, regardless of where you are involved in, to be able to support your community and let them compete in as many tournaments and stuff as possible. So really love to see that. Of course, ACGL still continuing to do the most to make sure you are checking out their website. I know they introduced the little character avatars that you can buy, which will support the MGO. You absolutely love to see ACGL and everything that they are getting up to. Then with regards to Rostomania, of course, as with any conclusion of an event or tourney, or actually just mid-cycle and we will have people forfeiting, we do have Rostomania in full swing. To start off the entire thing, from what I saw on my Twitter, Impulsive Red did announce their disbandment, but then just a few hours later they responded and said, you know what, based off of our previous tweets, we actually acted a little bit too hastily and we will be sticking together, which you absolutely love to see. I mean, so many people were commenting saying that if this team had stuck together a little bit longer, which of course they are sticking together now, they could have potentially upset the apple cart, caused some waves, and we have been enjoying watching them. I have cast over a couple of their games, and they really, if they're willing to put the grind in, they can potentially be able to upset the apple cart just in the COD ZA status quo just slightly. Then heartbreaking news coming in from the Latin COD side, saying that 4 out of their 5 players seem to have been retiring and they will be putting down the sticks, of course letting go of their coach as well. So I know that Vitals will still be competing, so he is currently a free agent, and then as well as Edgar, who is also a co-caster, will be exploring his options for coaching coming into the next set or the next part of the leg of this competitive season. So really heartbreaking, but in the same breath you need to understand that if you read the tweet longer, that Worthy posts, like, they weren't enjoying COD anymore. And I mean, above everything else, you need to, if you're grinding as many hours as you are, you need to absolutely love what you do. It's the reason I cast as much as I do, because I absolutely love it. And I can't imagine if I wasn't enjoying it that I wouldn't be casting half as much. But anyway, that is all of the free agency stuff. So if you are a free agent, make sure you post on the Twitter side with the hashtag CODZA, and I will try and come in with as many retweets as possible, trying to get the word out there. Of course, you do have the ACGL site that does have that free agent area on the website where you can register as a free agent. And then I'm also very aware of the CODZA Discord that has an entire section for free agents as well. That is going to be the scene, and let us move on and chat a little bit about the meta. Now, this isn't so much meta as it is still scene, but it does involve a little bit of an opinion, and I obviously didn't want to rope it in with all of the facts coming in from CODZA as a scene, so this is a little bit more opinion based. There was a comment passed in my Twitch chat recently from one of the newer comers into the CODZA scene, just about how they're tired of seeing only BVD and Energy in the finals. Now, I did chat a little bit about this on the stream itself when that comment did come in. This is nothing against the direct commenter. It's just that is a general comment that does follow CODZA around, and not even CODZA, which is where this opinion comes in now, is that before the BVD CSGO team went overseas, when BVD obviously still owned the CSGO team, that was the narrative for esports in South Africa, in that you have two titans of industry, in that you have two big MGOs, you've got Bravado Gaming and you've got Energy Esports, and they happen to have the best players who are always placing second and first, first and second. They're always together in the finals. Yes, a team does end up upsetting the apple cart at some point, like we saw at EGE last year where it was BVD versus Vinco in the finals for COD. But I mean, just the comment to say we're tired of seeing BVD and Energy in the finals. Well, yes, okay, yes, that is true. They are arguably first and second depending on who shows up more on the day. In terms of organizations and teams, you stick together, you grind, you're willing to put in as much hard work as possible. Anyone will be able to upset the apple cart in CODZA. I mean, we saw Vinco upset the apple cart a little bit last year. A couple of years ago, White Rabbits were knocking BVD out to 5th or 6th place. That was also EGE. I mean, crypto was a thing that year. Granted, this was in the advanced movement era still, but still, you work hard enough, you will be able to make a big enough noise and potentially dethrone the bigger / top tier orgs. So once again, very heavily opinionated. Just to respond to that comment, just because I know everyone always feels that, but why is it always Energy and Bravado? Guys, get yourself together in a team, stick together for longer than just a season, or not even a season, because the season hasn't even finished yet. Like, stick together for longer than just one leg of VS or one leg of Metal States. Actually put in the time, and if your players are still able to dedicate the time, if your players are still enjoying the game, blah, 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 put your head down, grind, and I guarantee you that grind eventually does pay off. If you've got enough talent and hard work combined within a roster, I'm sure you're able to upset that apple cart. And I mean, of course, it's always great to be able to root for a little bit of an underdog and see a more preferred team get knocked down to size just a little bit. So I mean, of course, everyone loves to see that. As a caster, I want storylines. I want to have other teams coming in to be able to cast over. And not that I don't like casting against the teams that we're always seeing in the finals, of course not. I mean, they're still amazing players, but just, I really hope I'm getting what I'm trying to get across. I hope it is coming across, in that continue grinding and sticking together as a roster and tweaking it, like tweaking everything about your roster. I'm sure that eventually we will have another up and coming org, or a org that has currently always been like that 5th, 4th area, 3rd area, that is able to come in and swoop in and win a championship and maybe win 2 back to back. You never know. So that's just a little bit of a thing with regards to like scene but still meta, or meta but still scene. But yeah, a little bit of a weird one this week in terms of like scene meta vibes. But let's jump into the plays, and I'll see you guys again in the outro.
Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint locked down.
One in a spawn on left side. Got the one in a spawn.
Hardpoint contested.
Coming window, one coming window side.
I got him.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint secure. We've lost the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
They both challenge at the same time. They both.
None of them was involved. Oh, wow. Wow, that was the stinkiest thing I've seen in my life. Wow. Take time. You got this.
One hostile remains.
Just check bomb at 8.
Yeah, check bomb. Yeah, check. Oh! Never mind.
Oh my word, let's go.
Dude,
That was
you're such
insane.
a beast, actually.
Thank you so much.
Going down again. The bomb has been planted. Last man standing. You know what to do. A bonus to whoever frags their last man. Contesting B. We're nearly out of lives. We're contesting Bravo. Enemy has few lives left. Take them out.
Lightning strike standing by.
So, of course, if you want to submit to the After Action Report, all you need to do is make sure you use that hashtag on Twitter or the email address in the description below if you're looking to use some form of file sharing. But besides the point, that is going to be it for episode 17. I appreciate all of the support that's been coming in, not only on After Action Report itself, but also, of course, also on the streams. If you haven't followed me on Twitch, make sure you go do that. That is going to be in the description below and should be on screen right now. Hi, future Shani, please make sure that you've edited in there. Okay, cool. Anyway, that is going to be the episode for now. As always, if you did enjoy the episode, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here. I hope you're playing as close to 0 ping as possible, and I'll see you guys next week for another episode. Cheers!